play as a team, and let the ball and the players take care of business on the floor.
Well, we have to go out, execute our defense, play well defensively, move the ball on offense, make them work. Ball possession is going to be a key. If we can have the ball longer than they can, time possession wise, then it's going to limit their offense, and hopefully we can wear down their defense, and in the end, the bottom line is we need to be relentless for 60 minutes.
Television's coverage of the 2007 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships from the Halifax Metro Center. It is the big game, the final, the Iroquois Nationals taking on Team Canada. Hi everybody, I'm Peter Ruckhazer, joined by Brian Shanahan, former National Lacrosse League player. Brian, this is the game everybody's been waiting for, and I think the big question going in, can the Iroquois Nationals handle this offensive juggernaut from Canada?
Well, there's no question there is so much talent on this Canadian team, but so far this week the Iroquois team has really impressed me. Now they've won their big scores yesterday in a tight checking, big physical U.S. team. They were able to handle it. I think they do have a challenge, but we heard Coach Dewey Jacobs saying they have to keep the ball for a long time, long possessions, and keep the ball out of Canada's hands as much as possible.
Now Canada, an array of all-stars, and you have to give credit to Gary Gait. Everybody's playing their roles. Everybody's checked their egos at the door.
Yeah, and he's a real players coach. He doesn't overcoach. He likes to let the players play their game and let the talent come out. But the one thing he said to me is very important is the players cannot get selfish. They can't be worried about their own stats or their own highlights or anything. If they play a real team game, they will come out on top.
So it is the championship game in the 2007 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships from right here in Halifax. With more on this game, let's go to our host, Matt Beardsley.
Thank you very much, Peter. Good evening, everyone, and a special welcome to our viewers joining us today on APTN and throughout Europe on Eurosport. Well, this is it. This is the gold medal game of the 2007 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. For the Iroquois Nationals, they will be trying to avenge a loss in the championship game in 2003 to Team Canada. Let's review the road to the gold medal for both teams, starting with the Iroquois Nationals. The Nationals, a perfect 4-0 so far at this year's World Championships. They advanced to the gold medal game with a 14-4 victory over the United States last night. Delby Palace, the big gunner, he had 3 goals and 2 assists. If the Nationals are to upset Canada, they'll need a total team effort from everyone. One player who has made a solid contribution is Kent Squire Hill. Hill had 2 goals and 2 assists last night versus the United States. So far at this year's Worlds, Hill has 3 goals and 4 assists. Now for Team Canada, just like the Iroquois Nationals up until last night, they really haven't been tested at this year's World Championships. They have outscored their opposition 91-18. So the test here today for the Nationals, how do they shut down a virtual National Lacrosse League all-star team? Let's review the tournament for Team Canada. Team Canada undefeated 4-0 at this year's championships. They advanced to today's gold medal game with a 24-8 victory over England last night. Dan Dawson, 5 goals and 4 assists for 9 points last night versus England. And Canada has any number of players who can score goals. Perhaps one player who gets lost in all the big names is Jeff Zawicki. In 3 games, Zawicki has 11 goals and 7 assists, and he is just one of several players that the Nationals will have to shut down today if they hope to come out on top. Just about set for the start of the gold medal game. Let's go courtside for the national anthems.
For the playing of our national anthems. Yo Hadine, Yo Hadine, Yo Hadine, Yo Hadine, Yo Hadine, Sanu Tende Sungwaya Disrae Tanu Hiengwa Ista Owenjage Anya Ho Diane Dagina De Honchi Pais Wadu Waya Digase and Wadu Henhage Nagaya Nagwekage Desahulu Pasarivado Yo Harine Yo Harine Yo Harine Yo Harine Yo Harine Yeah.
So there you have your national anthems. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders for this championship game. And in goal for the Iroquois Nationals, Mike Thompson of the Buffalo Bandits. He's going to face a lot of action here today. And at the other end, for Team Canada, it is Anthony Cosmo of the San Jose Stealth. And the goaltending matchup brought to you by Dofsky's Catering right here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And there you see the officials for this game here this afternoon. And as we mentioned off the top of the show, the Iroquois Nationals defense is going to have to be rock solid against this all-star team from Canada.
Well, and I think Dewey Jacobs is a very, very strong coach, and he's got them in the right frame of mind. And I think he's also, I don't think they feel a lot of pressure. I think he's talked to us about the fact that they're the underdog. I think he's deflecting a bit of pressure off their team. But I think it is so important, as he said, they got to keep the ball in their hands and their sticks as much as possible. Limit the amount of time the Canadian team has that ball.
So we're almost set to get going here. The championship game of the 2007 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships, and we are underway here at the Metro Center in Halifax. Right off the bat now, Bucktooth in there, pressuring Cousins. And a turnover, Sid Smith, the Bucktooth gets knocked down by Ray.
Ray will get a penalty.
And the Iroquois Nationals will go on the power play.
It's referee Mike Ventura, and that's what a great start for Iroquois, all caused by the pressure.
2 minutes for illegal cross-check. Final penalty of 42 seconds.
So now the Iroquois Nationals going on the power play as Ray is off. And this power play has been deadly in this tournament. Shot right there is blocked. And now Cousins will come away with it for Canada. Cousins makes the pass there. That's stopped. They score. And Team Canada opens up the scoring. And John Grant gets the first goal of this championship game.
Oh, John Grant's coming off the bench, where many players might curl up and kill some time, and John Grant sees a net in front of him. He has to shoot, because usually that's the result. Short-handed goal.
John Grant, the MVP of the National Lacrosse League this past season, led the league in scoring with 51 goals and 60 assists for 111 points. and he is a deadly player. And the Iroquois Nationals cannot let him have a big game here today if they're going to be successful.
John Grant is the most dangerous offensive lacrosse player in the world today, indoor or outdoor. Last year in the World Field Lacrosse Championships, he led all point getters, helped Canada win the gold medal. He's just so dangerous, so skilled.
It's a power play goal, or rather a shorthanded goal. There's a power play goal. Delby Paulus ties it up for the Iroquois Nationals.
Delby Paulus is having a great tournament. Just steps in and around, puts the ball around Anthony Cosmo, but it's great play there. Iroquois man up at the top, winds up for that shot, and that created extra room for Delby Paulus on the crease.
So in the early going, we have a 1-1 tie. And in the early going, special teams played a major factor.
Nice play by Corey Bomberry. Everybody has to respect Bomberry's big outside shot. And when he wound up, the Canadian player from the crease stepped up on him. That gave Paulus the extra room.
So both teams now back at full strength. We're tied at 1 apiece here in this championship game. That was Sean Williams trying to make that pass behind the back. Here comes Kent Squire. He'll take a shot, just misses the mark. Goes up into the mesh, so Canada will take over. So Wiki, long lead pass there for Prout.
The Iroquois' transition game has been fantastic this week. They pick up a lot of loose balls and they come out hard. All the defenders have the green light to go to the net if there's a chance.
So Wiki moves in. That's stopped there by Thompson. Loose ball picked up now by Travis Hill. He's going to have to hold up. He doesn't have any support. Bomberry coming into the picture. And Bomberry and Ray away from the play, going at it. Schindler now. Paulus. Bomberry looked like he was going to take a shot. Hill takes the shot. Dean Hill, that is. And it's stopped there by Cosmo. Scotty Self now of the Arizona Sting. He'll pass off and head to the bench. Fast pace of this opening court. Turnout over right here. Oh, great defensive play by number 6, Dan Dawson, to knock that off the stick of Abrams.
And that's all about reach for Dan Dawson.
Cousins now coming back the other way. Shot goes off of Thompson. This game's going back and forth here, folks. Cody Jamieson moves in. Jamieson scores! And the Iroquois Nationals take a 2-1 lead. If that's any indication of what we're going to see, we're in for a treat here, Brian.
Talk about pace. This is a great finish. Winds up, freezes Cosmo. And this is after scoring chances going down on both ends. Watch here. Beautiful job by Cody Jamieson, who's had a fantastic tournament for Iroquois. He's got 7 goals in the tournament. We've been saying that about a lot of players, though. He scored 2 goals yesterday against the U.S.
Against Squire Hill now.
Canada actually looks a little tight. They've given the ball away twice. Very early in the game when before that penalty was called, they'd thrown the ball away, but on that last breakaway by Marshall Abrams, it was a giveaway. So they're looking a little bit tight.
Weiss now, he loses it, gets it back again. Shot just goes wide of Cosmo. 2 on the shot clock, and Canada will take over. McCready now. McCready stops. Zwicky. Here comes a shot right there by Grant.
Nice screen shot.
And they are going back and forth here, folks.